The biggest regret of my life happened because of a momentary mistake. The day I received the divorce papers, I realized my life had changed forever. When I woke up in the morning and noticed he wasn't beside me, I missed his smell, his laugh, and his voice. In the 14th year of our marriage, I lost my husband. How did one moment of weakness lead to such a massive downfall? Let me share the story with you. Before dive into my story, if you don't want your life to be turned upside down like mine, subscribe to my channel to learn real lessons from the real stories we share every day, just like mine. Also, share your thoughts about the shocking truths I've experienced in the comments, and please show your support by liking my video. Now that you've subscribed, let's dive into my story. My husband and I are both 36 years old and have been together for 16 years, married for 14. We have 2 beautiful daughters, one 13 and the other 12. About 3 months ago, I cheated on him with a coworker just once, and I regretted it immediately. I still haven't fully figured out the real reason behind my infidelity. On the surface, it seemed like he was too caught up with work for a few months, and I felt neglected and unappreciated. But I know that's not the real reason. I'm trying to understand the root cause through individual therapy. We met in college and quickly became inseparable. He was my best friend and the love of my life. We traveled together, shared our dreams, and built a life filled with love and laughter. The birth of our daughters brought us even closer. We faced challenges together, supporting each other through thick and thin. As the years went by, the pressures of work and parenthood began to take a toll on us. Our conversations became less frequent, and our moments of intimacy dwindled. I found myself longing for the attention and affection we once had. When my coworker showed me interest, it felt like a temporary escape from the loneliness I was feeling. I made this mistake only once and confessed to him the next day because I couldn't handle the guilt and shame. He was shocked at first, but then called me the worst names, which I deserved. I even think I deserved more. I explained how it started with harmless flirting, and before I knew it, we were in bed together. I wish I had been hit by a car that day. I cut off all contact with my coworker and gave my phone to my husband to show him I was willing to do whatever it took to regain his trust. I told him I would understand if he wanted a divorce. I expressed my deep regret for hurting him and promised to do everything to win back his trust. My husband is the type of person who doesn't give second chances, even in friendships when trust is broken. He said he wanted a divorce, but then the quarantine happened and we stayed home for 2 months without proceeding with the divorce. The first month was very cold. He only talked to me about matters concerning our daughters. I slept on the couch and tried to give him as much space as he needed. Occasionally, I reminded him that if he ever wanted to work things out, I was willing to be completely devoted to the process. He said some spiteful things and distanced himself from me. In the second month, there was a change. He began talking to me again about daily stuff, and we even watched movies together with the girls. I felt like he wanted to reconcile, and I was thrilled at the chance to save our family. Eventually, I sensed us becoming friends again. He even invited me back to our bed. I reminded him that he could talk to me about anything. A few weeks passes, and we were getting along better, spending time as a family and growing closer. I felt really good about how things were going, but regretted not suggesting marriage counseling. One night we were drinking and talking in our bedroom. I felt a genuine connection rebuilding and was so happy. This is the moment I regret the most. I made a move on him, straddling him while we laughed at a joke. We looked into each other's eyes and naturally started making out. It felt like we were 20 again. He kissed me back, but then started crying and told me to stop. Seeing how deeply I had hurt him felt awful. I apologized and we went to sleep. I regret this moment because I feel like it pushed him away forever. 2 days later, he informed me he wanted to proceed with the divorce. He said he couldn't make it work, despite trying for the past 2 months. I wanted to fight for our relationship, but told him I understood. We had already agreed on fair terms for the divorce. He went on a 2-week trip, and we agreed to split time with the girls. I helped him pack, and we hugged it out, both crying. After his trip, he came back, and it felt good to see him again. But I knew it wasn't the same. He smiled, and we made small talk before he took the girls. Today, I received the divorce papers. It hurt so much knowing I lost my best friend because of my foolishness. I miss him filling the room with his loud, adorable laugh. I miss him so much. The worst part is knowing how badly I hurt the person I love the most. I wish I could undo what I did, but I can't. So now here I am, writing about it on Reddit while crying, knowing there's nothing I can do to change it. I wish he could see how sorry I am and how devoted I would be if he gave me another chance. I love him so much and would do anything to get him back, but I know I lost him forever.